Hello, welcome, W.J. Burns PHX. This here is a Philco model 41245, made in 1941. It has 7 tubes and 3 bands, broadcast or AM, police band, and shortwave. It also has push button pre-selects. The radio's been refurbished inside and out. New stain or fresh stain. Several coats of semi-gloss poly. If you notice pretty closely here, this dial housing is not your standard housing for this type of radio. The original one is made of plastic. I think it's Bakelite. And these here were notorious for shrinking and warping. See the warp in that thing? There was just no way in the world you could get this thing back to normal. And that's the biggest drawback of these particular radios that have this Bakelite / wood dial frame, is they warp up, and you can't find another one that has a reasonably good one, and they're all like this. Some are even worse. They're split, cracked, and missing pieces. They shrink so much that it pulls the corners right out of the screws. My God. Yeah, this is Cottonwood. People are just dying to come here. Dang. Yeah. Okay. So this I had to fashion out of hardwood. It's poplar hardwood. The dial is set in from there, and it kind of overshot the push button scutcheon, so I had to make a modification to it. It interfered, so I had to notch this bottom part out, and so I figured, well, since I got a notch in it and some clearance back of it, there's another dial lamp added in down in here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's added down in here at the midpoint behind this plate, and it adds light on the labels, so at night anyway. So that's the biggest thing about that. It has a new speaker cloth. The knobs, originals, they're polished and refinished. The trim is done in a oil brush bronze, a slight metallic, new decaling. The dial is original. Forgive the bright reflections and the glares. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning here in Cottonwood, and the sun is off to my right side right now, and it is a booger. So it makes a lot of glaring. There's just no orientation that I can pick that offers a good contrast on this, and puts me in the right position for this loop antenna for pickup. So I got to be oriented north-south, and sun is oriented east-west, so I got problems from time to time. The chassis has been gone through, all the caps have been replaced, except for the micas. The antenna has been cleaned up and refinished. It still has its original cabinet stickers, and they're protected. The chassis has been cleaned and refinished. New decaling and or slash foil labels, and Philco stickers have been reproduced. This is a transformer set. Let me see, there's I believe 3 tubes that were replaced in this set. 2 of the front end tubes and maybe one of the IF tubes. It has been aligned on all bands. The push button assembly has been laundered, lubricated. It has new dial lamps. Okay, we'll fire it up here and let you give a listen to it. I do have it on an assist for shortwave on an external antenna here, my clippy. I got about 30-40 feet of long wire that runs around the canopy here to aid in the shortwave reception. This is a push button on, push button off radio. Right now we're in the push button mode. Let's see if I can get you in a good position of where this thing is not looking at a bunch of reflections.
Welcome to your new home forever.
Oh yes, it absolutely is.
Good job, you guys. So reindeer, they all send in the junk underwear. Can they call
Okay.
you?
There's the push buttons.
Okay, perfect.
They're pretty easy to adjust and set up. All you need to do is find your frequency through your dial, and then put it in a push button mode. Pick the one that you want to add to it. This goes from the low side frequency to the upper side frequency. These here are all intermediates, and they work only on the broadcast band. So we'll put it over into broadcast. Boy, that garage corner is just eking. Okay, so
isn't overcharging you, shall we? First, go to your payroll provider's website.
When I lose control of that, things.
Transmitter 되니 여기 Christy Christ within the states and the get playing cloudy.
Y recuérdate que las personas que están saliendo de sus deudas.
Again next week, we're going to focus on some of the most popular love songs of the rock era, the blues that made the backseat of a 57 Chevy famous. Join us, won't you? We'll see you then. For now, Dick Clark. So long.
Hi, I'm Dave Cameron, owner of Yavapai Bottle Gas. Are you tired of your current propane supplier selling out to yet another larger
That station there is out of Flagstaff, about 80 miles away. I don't know where that was at.
You're listening to Hammer Time, Waking Up with YCCA. Once again, here's your host, Sandy Griffiths.
That's out of Prescott Valley. In the evening, we get quite a few more stations coming in here than we do in the day or morning.
In 778-1359.
I have no idea where these distant stations are. That's our local station. And that's it for here. Okay, we'll kick it up to the police band. You won't get anything at all on the police band during the day or the mornings. In the evenings, this part up here on the band between 5 and 7, you will pick up something, but generally the upper part of the shortwave band is more active than down here during the day and evening. This only goes between about 8.5 to about 12 megahertz in the shortwave, or what's shown as overseas band. But there's a lot more above, and there's a lot more between 9 and 7 below. So let's go ahead and go back down the dial. It'll drift in and drift out pretty good during the day, mornings. And as you can see, there'll be nothing down here. There might be a little amateur up around 4, if you pick it up. Okay, we'll go on over up to the shortwave. Let's see if I can get this.
However, Chinese authorities are responding to suspicion.
I have no idea. I do know around 12 there's Cuba. But where these other stations are at when you get them, I have no idea where they're at. I've picked up Florida, Miami, Cuba, South Carolina, on all the various radios that have shortwave bands. And that's pretty much all I do is I only do radios that have shortwave and broadcast. I usually don't do any that have, and they're all about this period, this time period.
since this is a Christian country band, we might as well start out with a prison song.
Now, I believe I'm doing this scan without the assist of the antenna adapter engaged. It's right now, I think, in local mode, which means it's receiving these frequencies off the loop, internal loop. Only. Okay, that's it for that. So I believe, let me double check here. Yeah, it's doing it off the local setting. Oh, there we go. Now, this here will bring in frequencies a lot more enhanced, I guess I could say, but it also brings in noise too. I'm not really sure why. So let's go back down the band and see what we get.
Turbo della Play Granda e la Antula insieme, parola salvi la tipo dell'Asperanto redazione.
Vi credo che era incontri di nove per dei miei maiori.
We got that one earlier. It's coming in a lot better now. And some of these frequencies are really close together, so I mean, you just breathe on the dial, and you might change the frequency. There's not going to be a great deal down in this area. It's mostly up here. I don't know if you can hear a lot of that, but there are stations there. They're all kind of just real tight together, and they're real weak. Now let me switch to this. How much of a difference in there in this particular station? I'm not really sure where this station's at. And that's it.
Waiting for you to figure out whether you're going to be pretty or not, much less produce.
Well, there you have it. A 1941 Philco model 41245 It's been refurbished inside and out.
So I just popped that one
Will
out.
be available soon.
And I put the new, I just took it out of the cache pot, it's got a prefabbed tomato cage on it.
This radio will
Nope,
come
not gonna go
with
in that. Mirror my big fancy pot. Thump.
complete schematic, dial string guide, alignment instructions, push button setup, and videos on using and configuring your own long wire antenna.
The experience has been
So,
you can wait too long to swap out those damaged
if you
plants,
like
especially
viewing
basil,
videos
certain things, eggplant,
on
certain things are really sensitive.
vintage
tomatillos,
radios that are
really sensitive to this
been
cold
restored
winter,
or refurbished,
snowy, haily kind of stuff, and if you wait for them to
and
recover,
will
if
be
they ever-
available
if
up
they
on
recover,
eBay. Subscribe to
you'll
my
just
channel,
see you won't have time to really harvest
and
very
you
much. Better to
set
start
the
over.
notification
And then
bell,
those things that really have- they're showing
and
no
you will
leaves,
be
they can
notified
small
every
leaves.
time I make
They-
an
they should have
upload
some
of a
green
new
on
radio
it.
that's
It's
just
June. They should
been
have
completed
something on them.
and will be
If they
offered.
don't, what happened is that cold back in March.
Thanks
not the
for
cold,
watching.
It was that snow, the wet, the cold, the